Hey guys, let's take a walk through the Linq Casino on the Vegas Strip. This looks like shag carpeting sort of waving through. So the Linq Casino, well, I think most recently was called Imperial Palace before it changed to the Linq, but it's been the Linq for a minute now. There's a gift shop, almost certainly without prices, and there's the disco show theater over there. That's the newest addition to the absinthe company that does absinthe, so they added a new show called Disco Show. And then we'll walk through here and see what's what. No, there's a what's that place called? The one that was, Hash House a Go-Go. It was really big before 2020, and it did not survive the shutdown very well at all. So it used to be like 24 hours and everything, but now it's just rather limited. But there's still a location here. Go check it out. The food was really big, probably still is really big, and it always had like a rosemary, like a huge rosemary stem in it. So we'll go check this out, but I will tell you right from the get-go that I tried to park here yesterday, and it said it was event parking, and it was around noon, and I'm like, what event's going on at noon on a Sunday? And so I nonetheless just said I'll do it the next day. So I come back today, it's Monday, around noon again, and the sign still says it's event parking, which is $35, and you can't get free parking if you have a Nevada ID. So I was like, long story short, I left and then noticed that it also says that at the Tesla charging area. So it wasn't just like the sign had been accidentally left up. So I left and drove down the street just a hair to the Casino Royale, and it was free parking for everybody. There's no gate, there's no nothing. So it's just some BS that they can charge event parking rates like 2 casinos away. I think the Harrah's Casino is literally the only thing in between this and the Casino Royale. But they're charging event parking, and the Linq, the one we're in now, is nowhere near even an event venue. So it's just another one of the ways that sort of gets people ticked off that they're getting nickeled and dimed and 20'd and 30'd. So yeah, it goes for a farm aesthetic. That's their vibe here. And the plates are all usually pretty big. Like I said, there's a pancake in the sign, if you can tell how big the pancake's bigger than the plate. Uses very thick, like Texas toast for the sandwiches. So I'm not sure what the current hours are, but I don't think it's 24 hours anymore like it used to be. But it's here if you want to check it out. Head back down and check the rest of the casino floor. But you had to walk up the stairs because, the escalator's broken, of course. You would think escalators are like the newest technology ever, how much they're broken in Vegas at some places. So this is a Caesars property. Caesars and MGM are pretty much cut every corner they can. So yeah, like I said, the whole parking thing just set me off on the wrong tone for, and it's flooded today. So it's flooded, and they want to charge $35 for parking, no matter who you are. If you're like a local, the only way out of it, I think, is if you have the high-end player's card. So just don't appreciate that when it's not an event day, even if, like, it used to all be free. So, like, there's that whole part. And just for whatever it's worth, you can go to Treasure Island and get even free valet. Treasure Island has free parking and free valet. The Casino Royale, just one hotel away, like go past Harris, it's got free parking for everybody. So it's just a money grab. But hopefully, if there's some silver lining with the way the tourist stuff has been down, is that they might somewhat come to their senses and realize they've got to do something to bring more people in, because tourism is down in Vegas. But anyway, enough of that. We're gonna just have a good time walking around. Hopefully you've still been looking at stuff. I've been looking and talking. So this is the exit area to the parking garage. And here's a cake vending machine, which looks mostly empty right now. And then more broken escalators. So you can get a cake slice for $8.95. What I think is curious, at least here in Vegas, is those same cake slices are in like the Walmart neighborhood market, and they're like $4. So you're definitely paying a premium, which you knew that. But here's a little sandwich shop, travel and living store. So it looks like these are, if you haven't seen it, this is a battery powered luggage, and you see people riding them around like the airport. So that's obviously like a curiosity thing. I don't know how much riding you're going to get out of it, but, or if you're, you know, really needing a ride, it's not the way to go. But if you just want to goof in the airport, I don't think they've banned them yet, but it probably will be banned before too long. I'm not sure what the deal with those guys was. It looked like they were all going out to military fighting. I don't know if they were just staying here as part of the, or if they were just part of the, you know, who knows. Can't keep track of all the crazies going on these days. So the Imperial Palace was pretty much a dump, and they remodeled it and gave it a new coat of paint and changed the name to the Linq. So it still has some old school things, like the really low ceilings in here. They're maybe like 8 feet, 9 feet. Pretty low for a casino. And then over here is what used to be Osheas, which was a separate casino that had like a very leprechaun vibe. It still has the 4-leaf clover in the logo. And they would used to do things like they would hire a little person for, like, you know, for March. What is that holiday in March? I'm having a total brain, you know, the holiday with the leprechaun. Whatever that one is, that's the one where they would hire the little person to be a leprechaun and have green beer. They probably still have the green beer. But if you go out this way through the exit door over here, you'll go to the Linq Promenade, which is sort of the outdoor shopping area that they've developed, which I think is doing pretty well. It doesn't look like they're having many vacancies. There's a zip line, and, you know, there's the giant Ferris wheel. And so straight across the way over there is the Flamingo. And then there's the Ferris wheel, which is not anywhere near as scary as like a normal Ferris wheel. You know, it's just like you're inside a room basically that's air conditioned. And St. Patrick's Day, I've thought of it, like it was there. I just had to figure out which memory folder it was in. So for St. Patrick's Day, they would usually hire a little person to be a leprechaun. So it's still got a little bit of its vibe, but it's so not anything like it was. These are tables where they set up like beer pong. So it's a Monday around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not beer pong time, but those are the beer pong tables. I'm not sure how it works in the corporate environment, but Vegas doesn't really have much in the way of laws as far as liquor goes. So probably just do it just the normal way you play beer pong. Up here is the bar, looks like, with a cool sort of architecture thing, like a funnel. what was interesting is it used to have that same sort of like funnel look on the outside, but they got rid of it. And that's where the disco show thing is now. So there's a throwback to what it was. And then up here, more games. Pretty much all the casinos have the same games now. You will find some older games at some of the casinos, but a lot of the big MGM Caesars properties have gotten rid of the older games. But like at Casino Royale, the one that's two doors down, it had older games. So it just depends on what you want to play. I would totally play there instead, but that's just what I'm telling you. So over here looks like just a sports book area, sports bar. There's some play blackjack by yourself with a computer. This looks like the sports book. I've played some sports bets, but I don't really do it. It's not my thing. So yeah, there's this little sports betting area. It's not really anywhere to sit and watch sports TVs, but I mean, I guess this is what counts as the sports book over here. So there's a way to watch some sports on the TV. I like the LED screens. I can say that much. So the LED screens are cool. They don't change much. I mean, they pretty much have the same thing on them all the time. Where like the Stratosphere is like pretty crazy with how different the things are on the screens. So yeah, see, this is not the one we just came through before when we started. This is a different one, but it's using the same LED program. And this one's looks like a different, but same theme. And then looks like this is gonna soon be everybody sits at their own computer, and then there's a real, person spinning the ball or dealing the cards. Looks like ball spinning. And then there's a Fat Tuesday out front. I've done a few videos walking down the strip where you can see that. And then outside, looks like here's the exit to the zip line, because you go on the other end is where you start, and then you come to this end. So maybe these people are waiting for that. Maybe they're just waiting. Looks like this bar is closed right now. So the Linq's just one of those casinos that's in the middle of the strip. There's nothing terribly unique about it, but if you want to check it out, it's where it's at. If you haven't yet subscribed to the video, it'd be great if you did. If you liked the video itself, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And as always, I'll be back before long. Thanks for watching. Bye.